So now we're going to talk about app navigation. And when we say this, what we mean is creating menus and consolidating all of the app pages into a single app, okay? So for this part, the first thing that we have to do is decide which is the main part of the app. What I mean is, what's the home screen of the app? And for this process, I'm deciding right now that it's the Kanban board. So this is where we're going to start uh, putting all of the app together, right? And to do that, the first thing that I'm going to do is create a menu bar. And the menu bar is the thing that's going to put everything into a single app. And this is the way that Jestor knows that this is a single app, okay? So I'm going to create the menu bar, and it already created, and I can give it a different name. It pulls the org name here, but I can call it reimbursements. There you go. I can give it a different color here for the bottom part, for example, or here. I can also get more specific. So there you go. So I'm customizing here. I could also add a logo, so this would basically replace this title here, right? I'm not going to do this. So now what we're going to do is decide what I want in this app. So I want the Kanban board, but I also want the dashboard, right? So I can select it, and it's going to come here to the menu, and I can also add a folder, so it's a little bit more organized, and I sandwich them between this, so you can see here that I can uncollapse it. There you go. But also I can add not only app pages but also the databases themselves, because maybe I want to consult them or something like that. So I can add here requests, and I can also add here categories, and I'm going to create a folder named databases. You don't have to do that. You could leave things out, okay? You don't need to add everything that you're using to the app. Some stuff can be running in the background, especially tables, because in some processes you don't want people to have access directly to the table, right? And also I can select what people will have access to right here on the menu, to the login, to the chat, to the go-to part. So I can just uh, keep selecting things. So I'm going to click on save, and if I disable builder mode, this is the app. I can navigate between stuff here. So now what I can keep doing is basically keep adding things, so it's a little bit more pleasant, right? So I want a title bar up here with a button to create a new record. So let's create a title bar. Let's search for it. It's this one. I'm going to select the same color as the stop part here, and I want a button to add a new request, and the button is going to be white, and I'm going to change the label. There you go. So now if I click on save, this is the app, and I can click on new request to create a new request. But maybe, and you can see that when I click on new request, it brings out the standard panel of Jestor for the record, right? But because we already have a super form to create new requests, I can disable the standard form, the standard panel, and search for the request super form that I've already created, and I can customize the behavior, and I can click on save, and then when I click here on new request, it brings out the form that I've created. So again, we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, but you can use super forms in nearly everything inside Jestor. So if I want to create a new record or see a new record, and instead of using the standard panel, I want to bring out a custom interface, super forms are the way to go.